Yeah, Bill. Well, I tell you what, I don't know. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to watch the 4 o'clock news and see what the media is putting on the spin. You know, how do you spin this? But you know, our media, what they're liable to do. So, well, I'm on it. I mean, they've assigned me the case. I mean, this nut job. I mean, wait till I catch him. He's basically, from what I understand, in the UNM area. So I'm just going to patrol that area. I'm going to try to watch, like I said, what the media is going to spin here, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Yeah, well, thanks for this. I owe you one. All right, bye. Jackass gives me a case like this. This frickin' Albuquerque is just getting out of control. Let's get the news on here and see what the media spin's doing here. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We start tonight at 4 o'clock. The KRN Channel 4 newsroom with our lead story. It is a peculiar one, I might say. We do have, and it has been confirmed by 3 different sightings in and around the UNM campus, a werewolf. That's right, you heard me correctly. A werewolf is on the loose. At this point, there has been no harm given except some frightful experiences. I would consider this individual to be armed and dangerous. That's the way we have to look at it. Apparently this person is emulating the fact that there is a major full moon coming up next Wednesday. It is going to be the largest full moon in the history of the United States, over 300 years old, this moon. It's the reddest moon, the biggest moon, the moon that's going to be the closest to Earth ever. So this nut, and I'll go that far, he can come and meet me if he wants, this nut job has taken upon himself to put a costume on and go into stores. He's been into 2 different stores that we're aware of, and walking the streets at night. So what kind of a nut job is doing that? Animal roaming the streets. So at this point, let's be very careful. That is our lead story. We've got some Hello, everybody, and welcome to Steve Henry Show. It is a cooking show, in case you've gotten lost and you're not sure where you're here in Albuquerque Live, 4 o'clock Mountain Time. Welcome, all of you. Thank you for tuning in. We do have a problem here in Albuquerque, as you saw earlier. Cooper is going to tangle, God forbid, with a werewolf. That's right. Full moon. In case you didn't know it and you're a kind of a Bill Nye kind of fan, this Wednesday, the 26th of October, we are going to have not only the reddest, not only the fullest, not only the closest to the Earth full moon in the last 300 years. This country's history has never seen it. So, in celebration of such an event, some nut, probably, we can't see for sure, a 6-foot, 250-pound nut job has rented a werewolf suit and is going around the city literally scaring people. So that's what that's all about. But I pretty much bet our Cooper, our very own Chris Cooper, is going to tangle with that werewolf at some point. All right, without further ado, you guys have heard of street tacos. You've heard of, but I guarantee you, you've never heard of skillet tacos. That's right, skillet tacos. That's what we do here. We cook everything in a skillet in 5 minutes or less and present it. That's what the cookbook is all about. The cookbook will be out in time for Christmas. It's going to be the best Christmas present you ever saw. And we are just getting recipes ready and just getting you ready for this release of this book. Never been done like this before. If you go back and watch our videos in sequence, you'll see we'll end up with about 30 to 40 recipes that you've never seen before that are cooked in a skillet. That's right, a skillet from anywhere. As we've demonstrated before, I've mentioned many times, we even went to the backdrop of the Sierra Mountains up here, and mountains. I'll call them this, there you go. California, New Mexico, Florida. Hey, here we are. Yeah, New Mexico. So anyways, we did it on a trunk of a car. So again, you're going to be able to do this any. Today, we are going to introduce to you something called skillet tacos. Let me get a sip of water here, and we will begin. It's a long process, but I wanted to give you, you're going to have to come right here. I wanted to give you the salsa first, okay? The salsa is very important because this is a homemade salsa. And if you're like me, here in the land of enchantment, there's another name for it, but I'm going to be polite, for over 20 years. And I still haven't caught on to the green or the red concept. I like my salsa, but I don't like it burning my mouth. And so you go to most restaurants, and you're a whiny little guy like me, you're going to find out that the salsas are extremely hot. You put a chip, that's right, you put a chip. Where would I find salsa around here? Hey, how about underneath a pineapple? Isn't that kind of cool? Do that in a little minute. Here's kind of a cool demonstration. That's where we're going to end up right there. But anyways, you're going to literally burn your mouth. So I have invented a salsa that you can dip into your mouth, and you'll taste the cilantro. By the way, let's start with that. You'll taste the tomato. You'll taste the cilantro. Yes, the cilantro. You'll actually taste some of this fine ingredient. Now, in the cases of Mawa, I can't do it. That whatever they put in there for spice burns my mouth. I can't even enjoy the flavors that are going to be. And we have cilantro. We have, of course, the tomato. Here are pieces of serrano pepper. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we use in order to spices, or what we call heat this. It's called the serrano pepper. Nothing more, nothing less. Cells are very hot too, I might add, but you must be very careful. And just a little widget of garlic. Okay, that's now we put the salt. This is that beautiful pink salt, Himalayan. And this, you're going to find, is going to be sufficient. That is it. Now, put the cap on, and you could buy one of these little things at Walmart. I think $19 today, and away we go. And so that's just going to puree. Extremely nice. I wanted to show you actual salsa that's going to accompany the taco today. Now, believe it or not, that is a big garnish and a big attribute to the taco, which we're going to show you today. Okay, that's it. No more than about, probably, and off comes, and we're going to put that in our, Now, we have done this, again, at the Steve Henry Show, we do not like to use bowls or dishes or china. We hate china. Well, China. You know how China is. We get by with China. But anyways, that's going to pour into our there. But I just wanted to show you exactly what we're looking at. And we've notched our pineapple to a great place. We're going to put all this back where that falls over. And so there's your salsa. And that's very simple. Once again, the tomato, the cilantro, the garlic, the onion, and the teeny bit of the serrano pepper. And that's your beautiful. I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, if you were to chip right now in my beautiful chip, in my beautiful salsa, you would have a salsa that you could literally taste all of the ingredients before it bites you. And it will bite you a little bit, make no mistake, but it's not going to bite you until the very end. So that is very cool. We're going to put that off to the side. I wanted to show you that. The next step in this process is getting a great tortilla. You need a great tortilla, and this is all skillet. We call this skillet taco. You're going to cook the actual taco shell itself. I've demonstrated by doing one now, but we're going to do another couple here. I just want to show you how simple this really is. So we're going to light the fire up a little bit. It does need to be about 200 degrees, 190, that oil does, before we continue. And of course, the taco is traditional. We're not going to do anything unusual. We have an 8-month-old aged cheddar cheese, along with some shredded. And that is going to be obviously the original taco filler and the salsa over the top. But I guarantee you one thing, once these flavors are all put together, and of course we still have to talk about the meat. The meat, you can do a lot of different things. I like ground ribeye. It is very fatty, oily, but if you drain it carefully, the flavor is incredible. Ground chuck is also good. It's a little bit leaner and easier to work with. Today we are using ground chuck. Some people prefer shredded meat. You can do that too. Crock pot. Some people prefer a chopped meat. You can do a marinated piece of meat and chop it into pieces that are small enough, and voila. Any type of meat works, okay? You can even use pork. Fish tacos are very popular right now. Tempura or a sauteed fish. But nonetheless, the salsa and the combination of the type of cheese we use and, of course, our meat and the ingredients. A shell that's very popular is this one here. It's pretty hard to find, but thin and crispy. Thin and crispy is what we go for here. As this oil heats up, we're just about pretty close here. I just want to show you the technique. Very important, the technique in order to perfect your shell. So you're going to need obviously the skillet, which comes with a skillet set. And by the way, while it's heating up, let's give away a skillet set. Cat M, your skillet set is airborne. I think it went out Friday, so you're going to get that. You were the last winner of that. I need a question. Let's get a question. The crab cakes last week. From what part of the country were those crab cakes from? The winner of that answer, the first one to answer correctly, is going to win the skillet set. That's what we're eating again today to do the tacos. That is a skillet set. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that is a Ben Franklin. Can you show that Ben Franklin? That is a real Ben Franklin. Hello, can you show that Ben Franklin? I guess not. Okay, oh, camera one has it. My mistake. So we're looking for a winner. Where did those crab cakes come from? What part of the country did that crab originate from? They're indigenous to that part of the country. All right, tortilla time. So we're gonna need a camera close up. We have our oil, we're gonna take tongs and take 12 o'clock, and we're going to just literally immerse half of that tortilla right into the oil, okay? Right into the oil. And this temperature is actually just a little bit hot. We're gonna cool it down by doing some swirl. And then we're gonna come back and turn this around and grab the other side. And so by grabbing the other side, you can see the taco formation here. Kind of hard on that side of the camera, that's okay. Let me try to turn that a little bit. So you can see the taco forming here. So as you form that taco and the oil begins to produce some heat and cook that shell, you can see very clearly how this taco forms. We're gonna keep it open, nice and wide. Obviously the wider the better, because that's gonna be our filler point there. No, not Louisiana. That's kind of a blue crab. Dungeness crab. Dungeness crab is indigenous to a certain part of the country. Alaska? Very close. You're too far north. Remember where I grew up? Yes, it's the north coast of California. So the Bay Area northward. Okay, we're going to come up with another question. If you were watching those videos, ladies and gentlemen, you would have the answer to that. These are not difficult questions. I propose to you a very simple questionnaire if you're watching the videos. All right, pardon me? Maryland, no. Maryland crab cakes, those are very popular. These are Dungeness crab cakes from last, boy, those were sure good too. Okay, so as you can see, these tacos are forming very nicely. We are literally making our own shell, okay? And the reason we're doing this is when you bite into this and it's still nice and fresh, oh my God, it's gonna be the best, again, taco that you ever tasted. Now, tacos are very popular here in the Southwest, as they should be, but I assume they're probably popular where you are too. We're gonna make probably 4 here, but I want you to get all, some of these are broken, so you gotta be very careful. Massachusetts, Oregon is close. There are some in Oregon. I'll take Oregon. Who's Oregon? April Sierra. Well, congratulations. She's from Fresno, California. Grew up there. She was born in Fresno, California, if I'm not mistaken, the Central Valley of California. I love to San Francisco. That works too. Who said San Francisco? Peters, San Francisco. Disneyland. I don't know. She's drinking again. You cannot watch the Steve Henry Show or take in adult beverages, ladies and gentlemen. It's just not a good thing, especially if you're cooking along with me. There's enough of these sets out here. I hope some people are actually cooking alongside me here, because this is kind of cool. This is where it's at. All right, so we're gonna do 4 of these tacos, and we're gonna get the meat ready here almost here. But again, here we are. That is your 4 shells. Let that drain a little bit, and we have a taco. You can get that for about $7 anywhere good, fine restaurant equipment is sold. All right, be very careful. Hot oil obviously could be a very dangerous thing to work with. Now we bring our meat. Now I didn't have time, or we don't have time to do this on the show to actually show you the entire process, but I want to give you the ingredients, because this is what makes the meat. Makes the meat, ladies and gentlemen. Do you understand what I'm saying here? The ground chuck, we start with that. We get that nice and brown. And what we want to do here, the finer this meat is chopped, the better. You want to try to get this to the point where it's almost like sand, literally, because there's a reason for that. You don't want this to conflict with anything else. When it hits that shell, you'll know what I'm talking about. Literally, again, I'm going to repeat myself. This ground beef, the flavored meat for the taco, should literally be the consistency of almost sand. It needs to be that fine, and that's what I'm doing here as it heats up nice and fine. We're just chopping up and getting it as fine as possible. Now, the ingredients in this fine rendition of taco meat are very similar to the salsa. That's right. We have the ground beef. We have a seasoned beef, kind of a base, if you will. We don't like the bouillon, but we do like the beef base, like a paste, if you will. I don't have the container here, but it is like a paste, literally a brown paste. You'll find it in the soup section of your grocery store under beef bases or additional seasonings. So we put a little bit of that in there, some onion, some cilantro, and a little green chili paste. And that's it. And you can see this is about ready to serve into the shell. Brad Kendall, what'd he win? Jeep. Brad was our second Jeep winner, actually. A red Jeep. By the way, I just bought another red Jeep that will be in our next spin, I hope. You don't want to leave and go during intermission. Just before intermission, I'm going to give a couple $100 away. I'm going to give a couple $100 away after intermission, but you don't miss this intermission this time. We had a tragedy. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute tragedy, in my opinion, happened to the Steve Henry Show this week in regards to a vehicle. But I turned it into something good. I wanted to tell you what the process is when we go to give a Jeep away, what we go through in order to do so. These Jeeps, Heather Hamlin and Brad Kendall and Francis and all the we want those Jeeps to last as long as possible. So we are going to be ready to put the meat to the road, the rubber to the road here. I'm going to give away $100 right now. $100. I got it right here. $100. Let's do this. What color? There's $100. What color is the Jeep that I'm going to give away next? That should be a pretty easy one. What is the color I'm presumably going to be selling next? Not selling, but I'm sorry, giving away on the next Jeep. What? I just mentioned it. It should turn out pretty well. I bought it in Phoenix. It's not the one that we had trouble with, which you'll see at intermission. All right, so there is our meat. Ladies and gentlemen, that's about that type. Now, I don't like that meat. It's just a little too coarse. Believe it or not, that meat is still a little bit coarse. $100 bill. What color, ladies and gentlemen, what color is going to be the next color of the Jeep I give away? I just mentioned it just moments ago, if you're paying attention. Are we paying attention? Magenta. That is an odd color.
Spotted elephant, red.
Who said red?
Spotted elephant.
Spotted elephant. You are correct.
Hold on.
Whoa. Rewind. Oh my God, a bunch of winners. We have a bunch of winners. I need the first.
Spotted elephant, say it twice.
We can only say it once. All right.
Say it first now.
Spotted elephant. Hey, you know what, Spotted elephant? You have never divulged your name. A little bit, and I've said hello and a few times here, but I've never caught your name. Kind of nice. Because I'm going to have to give you and mail you actually out your gift, which is $100. I will mail that out to you on Monday. I'm going to need your personal information, such as contact info. We'll get that on our email, or you, if you're more comfortable, you can do the Steve Henry. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Congratulations, Spotted Elephant. All right, before we go to break, we are just going to press these up. Obviously, I'd like that to be a little bit coarse, but that's okay. Again, and the reason for that is go to light up your first bite, and you bite into your taco. A mouth melter. Can you say that about 10 times? A mouth melter. A mouth melter. Okay. So tradition, right? That is tradition until the We just put the blob of salsa on there, just a Doppler. We call that a Doppler from our pineapple. And we're going to show you after the break a couple garnishes on how to present salsa in a smaller area. But here you are with 4 tacos. Ladies and gentlemen, these are skillet tacos, and I guarantee you they will be the best taco you ever. Stick around for after the break because you're not going to want to miss. I'm going to give away another $200, and I'm going to try to give away a skillet set. That's right, a skillet set. And you don't want to miss the intermission. The intermission is something very important. If you plan on winning a Jeep, which I assume all of you will be doing, you're going to want to watch this. It's about maybe 4 minutes, but it's very important. It's what we go through every time we go to give away a Jeep. It goes under these type of circumstances. So stay tuned. More money to give away, a skillet set to give away, and we are going to dress these tacos and deliver them out here in the next couple of minutes. We'll be right back right after this.
God dang it. No. I gotta call him. This ain't no good. Damn. Hey Steve-O, this is Bob.
Hey, what's up, Bobby?
Well, not much. I'm checking out this Jeep like you wanted.
Right on. How's it looking? Good, huh?
No, no.
What do you mean no?
Oh no. I need to check into it closer, so.
What do you mean a noise?
Nah, yeah, we can't let it go. We need to check it more thoroughly.
You gotta be kidding me. Is there time on this?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to tear into it, to make it right.
All right, I'll be right over. I
Okay.
need to check this out. I'll be right over.
Okay.
A few inches later.
Oh, geez, you gotta be kidding me, right? This can't be happening. This is the first time this has ever happened. What's up? What's going on?
Things happen. I mean, the motor's got problems, dude.
So what are you
it's
hearing?
got timing chain codes.
Your doctors.
Yeah, I mean, it's knocking. It's got timing chain codes.
Do you mind if I? So what are we listening for? I mean, are we listening for something like?
Yeah, that rattling noise. That rattling noise inside the motor. That tick 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 tick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chain's starting to go out.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And it's got advanced codes.
You can't hear that with a naked ear.
Well, sometimes it's tough, but
wow.
I know what it is, and it needs to be gone into. Okay?
All right, well, this will be the first.
Yeah, I'm not going to let it go like this.
I appreciate that, and that's why we've never had a failure yet.
Okay.
So I appreciate it. It's going to be a blown.
Right.
Thank God I bought one today in Phoenix. That's all I can say.
Okay.
This is why we do what we do here. We make sure everything is going to be flawless, kind of like the space shuttle before this thing launches. All right, well, thanks,
Okay,
Bob.
bud.
I really appreciate your honesty and all this. You've never steered us wrong in 20 years, man. So as bad as bad. All right?
Yep, got to be done right.
All right, thanks. It's a shame. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Steve from the new Steve Henry Show, and I just want to show you what vigorous inspections we go through before we put that winning Jeep on the road. And so I'm here at Summit Auto as all my vehicles, dealership and all, get inspected. Our Jeeps, the attention to detail that we put into our Jeeps for our giveaway are massive. You cannot hear the noise that Mr. Brush identified with the naked ear. He had his stethoscope on and he can hear a noise. Maybe gave the motor about 6 months to live. We can't accept that here at the Steve Henry Show. So we're gonna kick the Jeep, kick it. And we're gonna give it away probably to a charity organization with that knowledge of 6 months. But we're gonna go and fight again. I bought another Jeep, don't despair. We are probably delayed a couple weeks because I bought a new Jeep today in Phoenix, another 2014 model, which this one is. But I just wanted to show you some of the tough luck that we have here and the vigorous inspections. So when you win a Jeep at the Steve Henry Show, you can rest assured you're going to have a great running Jeep. For now, that's where we're at. I'll be back shortly with some more great stuff. What's for dinner? You ever get that? What's for dinner? I don't know. What's for dinner? I don't know. We're going to tell you what's for dinner. That's right. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we go through. That was a tragic situation. But every single time, we test those out. So if you're a lucky recipient winner every 8 to 10 weeks on this show of a, that's what we go through. We endure a lot. We're running out of time. Crucial. So let's give $100 away now. Can you tell me yes or no? First one, yes or no. Get ready, because this is going to go bing, bing, one of these things. Yes or no? Ready? Will Chris Cooper catch the werewolf before the full moon? Will Chris Cooper catch the werewolf before the full moon? Yes or no? The answer is going to be yes. But who is it? Who is the winner of that actual question. Come on, people. I just need a yes answer. That's how desperately I want to give $100 away. And $100 goes a long way. Well, not really. It certainly helps, right? It certainly helps. What?
God. Yes.
Emily, oh good, Emily. We love Emily. And you'll see you are a winner. I think you're going to be for 60 days, but you have won twice, I think. I think you won last week too, if I'm not mistaken. But that's okay. I have certain other surprises for those people who win big and win often. So don't despair. I with my board of directors the other day by giving somebody, we added up her score. I'm not going to carve that out, but what you get the idea. You can put salsa. That's the idea. We want to please empty these out and put salt in these, and then you could tacos alongside these beautiful garnishes, and you can display these this way. Again, your salsa. To put salsa on the taco right away, or people want extra, or maybe guacamole. That's another possibility. If I do have a sour cream that I bring out, those scores. You can also do your lime crowns. Those are very attractive, and make people like lime. They squeeze lime on their tacos. Strange things here in the Southwest, but that is another possibility. But you can do a lot of things. That's the garnish for the Steve Henry Show. One more time, we're going to give away a propane stove set. Bill, and what can we do here? I want to know what day is the full moon this month? What day? Remember I told you it's going to be a full moon, the biggest, the brightest, the reddest, the fullest, closest to the earth. What day? Is it Monday? Is it Friday? Sunday? The first person to get the right answer is the day. I'm looking for the day of the full moon, and you and Ben Franklin are going to go on a little shopping spree. That's right. That's right. That's right. You're going to go shopping spree. Give me the correct day. I'm looking for what day is, and if you're paying attention on these videos, we just said it today. It's October 26th. It is going to be the brightest, fullest, reddest, closest. Jenny Lynn said she is correct. Jenny Lynn. Yay! Jenny Lynn. And by the way, you've got a red Jeep too. You bought that here at Exodus Auto Sales. Ladies and gentlemen, we do give a Jeep away 8 to 10 weeks. You saw what we go through. Don't forget, you need subscribe though. Get that name in there if you got a friend, family, more tribe. You know, the more people in your tribe, the better the odds. So don't despair. Get those names in there and subscribe to that bell. Don't forget we give away. And next week, oh God, next week the skillet is going to be full of surprises next week. You don't want to miss it. Be back at the Steve Henry Show 4 o'clock Mountain Time right here live from New Mexico. We will see you next week, and thank you all for watching. Yeah, Bill. Well, I tell you what, I don't know. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to watch the 4 o'clock news and see what the media is putting on the spin. You know, how do you spin this? But you know, our media, what they're liable to do. So, well, I'm on it. I mean, they've assigned me the case. I mean, this nut job. I mean, wait till I catch him. He's basically, from what I understand, in the UNM area. So I'm just going to patrol that area. I'm going to try to watch, like I said, what the media is going to spin here, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Yeah, well, thanks for this. I owe you one. All right, bye. Jackass gives me a case like this. This frickin' Albuquerque is just getting out of control. Get the news on here and see what the media spin's doing here. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We start tonight at 4 o'clock. The KRON Channel 4 newsroom with our lead story. It is a peculiar one, I might say. We do have, and it has been confirmed by 3 different sightings in and around the UNM campus, a werewolf. That's right, you heard me correctly. A werewolf is on the loose. At this point, there has been no harm given except some frightful experiences. I would consider this individual to be armed and dangerous. That's the way we have to look at it. Apparently this person is emulating the fact that there is a major full moon coming up next Wednesday. It is going to be the largest full moon in the history of the United States, over 300 years old, this moon. It's the reddest moon, the biggest moon, the moon that's going to be the closest to Earth ever. So this nut, and I'll go that far, he can come and meet me if he wants, this nut job has taken upon himself to put a costume on and go into stores. He's been into 2 different stores that we're aware of, and walking the streets at night. So what kind of a nut job is doing that? Animal roaming the streets. So at this point, let's be very careful. That is our lead story.